when he first had this idea, he has a lot of ideas in his head going around his head, right? So, you all know that. So then he asked me, hey, do you want to be a comedian at my birthday party? I said, no, Miguel. I said, no, I can't do that. And then my wife chimes in. She says, well, you watch a lot of comedy.
He does.
And I do watch a lot of comedy, and I love it, right? But I also watch a lot of dunk contests. I can't do that either. So anyway, stand-up as a form, it's an art, right? So we have a nice lineup for you guys tonight. Please enjoy the show. We have our first comedian coming up. He's an avid shoe collector. He comes from North Riverside. David, come on up, David.
Tonight. Happy birthday, Miguel. Let's go. Alright. So yeah, same thing. Miguel asked me, we were all hanging out, and he said, hey, how would you feel about coming out and trying comedy and everything? So this is us trying, and hey, we're gonna take a stab at it and everything. So here we go. But yeah. I think it was a little bit more, drunk confidence, believing in yourself and everything, so that you can come up here and do everything, but I actually gotta have a plan, But yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity, grateful to come out up here and everything, but yeah. Still find some more stuff. Yeah. Put a little more thought behind it and everything, but yeah. Here we are. Yeah, I know I don't really have too many funny jokes, but I know I'm funny looking, so a little something. But yeah, thankful for you guys, and that was my best stab at it. Thanks again.
Give it up for David, everyone, David. It's about your shoe collection, maybe. Our next comic surprise guest, her name is Tammy. She showed up at one of Miguel's friends. I don't know much about Tammy. She was really nice and red though.
Yeah, because see, then you'll think I can dance. You'll find out I'm not really black. No rhythm. Miguel, happy birthday, brother. I call him brother because I really mean it. Me and this guy had some great times, and you're fat now. I mean, Miguel just had like a boom. And I was like, dude, okay. So, Miguel, I used to hold you up with a Cheerio when I was there, so now I'm squeezing in spaghetti. Okay, so these are the things that happen, and I just want to say thank you so much for having me. I too, like you, David, had no clue that I was going to be standing here. Okay, so without further ado, I just want to say a couple of real quick things about Miguel. When I first met Miguel, he was just this really cool guy. He always had the wool coat on. He'd walk in the morning, he'd be like, good morning. See, how are you? Yeah. I'm like, listen to you. And so Miguel was just this really cool guy, and I'd be watching him because I just want to wet him. So I'm like, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna say something to him. So I go over to him, I said, Miguel Contreras. He said, Tammy Miguel. I said, Berlin, let me ask you something. He said, sure, go ahead, whatever, man. Shoot, say it. He's always playing with his coat. I never knew why. Always playing with his coat. So he goes, you can say whatever you want to say, Tammy, wear a coat. I said, Miguel, why is it that your people sing when they talk? He was like, what? I said, yeah, man, tell me, is it a culture thing? He said, I don't know, tell me a little more, Tammy. So I go, Miguel, for example, this is what you guys always do. You be like, this is my mother, my brother, my cousin. I said, something, you singing all the time. I said, so when you have sex, you be like, give me some. Can I get in there? So we became really good friends. And Miguel looks at me and he kind of scratches his head and he go, you know, I don't know. From that moment on, history was made between me and his brother. We shared a laugh oftentimes. So I'm gonna tell you a real quick story about my sister. She's an award-winning non-cusser. Me, cusser. So I'm out there and I'm getting into it with this girl and I say, you filthy low down, you're a this and a that. She's like, oh, you're a that and a this and a that. I say, your mother's this and your mother's that and that. My sister goes, get out of the way. You're a filthy doorknob. And you're not worth the dishwater it took to wash the dirty pots. I'm like, sis, just go back in the house. This is not working. About 5 minutes later, the girl comes back around the corner. I'm beating your ass. You call me a filthy doorknob. That's dirty. Then I got to thinking, a doorknob is pretty filthy. You think about it. And then you think about the dishwater. That's some nasty stuff. So I'm like, my sister is gold. So I just had her go around cursing people out for me. Come on and give it to them. They won't understand until later. And by that time, we'll be home and safe. Okay? Again, everybody, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Miguel, I love you, man. Your family is beautiful. And I just want to say, this is the first non-hostile situation I've been in all week. Okay, so thank you so much. All right.
Tammy, come on in. Tammy, maybe you should consider moving out of Bonita. Alright, our next act, he comes from hometown. He's got a lot going on. Another baby coming on the way and a baby crawling around the floor right now. You can see him. Oh, there he is over there. Right. Brandon, come on up, Brandon. Give it up for Brandon, everyone.
Everyone's having a good time so far. And to your point, I don't know if you can tell, I'm not black, but I can't dance either. 2 left feet. Miguel, happy birthday. So you know, thank you, Liam. Thank you. So when Miguel told me I'd be performing tonight, to be honest with you, I didn't know he meant this. You know, I thought he hired me to be a stripper. So I don't have any material either, but I am wearing a thong. You know, if it goes south up here, I might have to go south over there. You know, I'm gonna give the DJ a little wink. Throw out some special music for me. I'm gonna get down. No, just kidding. Don't get too excited back there. No, but it's great being here. I always like hanging out with the family. To be honest, when I first came around, I was nervous. Heard some stories. You know, Kayla had me very convinced that it was a very Hispanic family. And you know, my family, I always thought I was Hispanic. Kayla went through the checklist. We're just Americans. And you know, I'm okay with that. You know, coming here, I thought I was gonna be like an immigrant at the DMV, not knowing what the fuck's going on. Just looking around. Don't know if they're making fun of me or not. Like, you talking to me? You're not talking to me. Okay, sorry. You came around. It's okay. You know? But you know, like he said, me and Caleb, we now have a son. Married, have a daughter on the way. I love being around my family. You know, I like it when they're not around either. It gives me time to do single man stuff. You know, sit around the house in my underwear. Go to the gym sometimes, you know. Browse the internets. I think you know what I mean. But you know, you can't do that all the time. You know, when you're younger, browsing the internet, it's fun. It's like driving a car when you're a teenager. You want to take it everywhere. You always find an opportunity to do it. You know, I'm not that old. I'm not that old, obviously. But I have a kid, responsibilities, so it's like 25 right here, mentally 40. So that shit's kind of draining after a while. You know, I'm out there. I think about doing it. Should I do it? Maybe. Yes. Okay. But it's more like a chore now. And, you know, I just can't wait for it to be over. Regretting it the whole time. And it's not fun anymore. And then, you know, the stuff on the internet now is just always about a stepmom. And how many hot stepmoms are there? You know, and at the same time, the dude's always just hung. And I can't relate to that at all. You know, you got a hot stepmom and this dude's right here that I don't know what the hell. So stop watching it. And then the ads were really weird too. There's no way that there's a hot woman 2 miles away to watch that sexually. How do they know that? So, you know, the only people who fall for that are virgins and fat people. It's like a Pizza Hut ad. You know, and sorry if that offended anybody using the word fat. You know, everyone has a phobic now, you know, fat phobic, homophobic. You know, just because I don't agree with your lifestyle, I'm not fucking scared of you. I have a phobia against you. So yeah, I don't know. But that's all for me tonight, folks.
Nice job, Brandon. Give it up for Brandon, everyone. Brandon! Alright, well, our last act tonight, you're in his house. We're celebrating his birthday. Friends and family. Miguel, coming up here, Miguel.
All right. So you come in, you feel it. Shout about it. Thank you very much. Wow, thank you very much for coming today. I wanted to have a little small, intimate party. I wanted to make it fun.
Yes.
Because I believe that laughter is better than medicine.
Yes.
And we have a bunch of people that get together and then laugh and joke and just have an awesome time. That is great. But can you believe that I just turned 48 years old yesterday? Wow. I'm pretty excited for that because, I work with seniors, and I get to see the future, right? I get to see where I'm going to end up at if I keep on not working out or keep on eating, looking fat like Tammy said, I know he's not fat homophobic or homophobic, whatever he said. But it makes me open my eyes because I see how they live. I see how happy they are. They're still with the family. They have grandchildren, and I get to look at that, and that totally makes me happy that I'm going to be getting there pretty soon. But obviously not yet. But when you really think about it, when you turn 48 years old, and then you're like, I'm knocking on 50 already. And then when I hit 50, I'm looking at 55, and then 65, and then start thinking what am I going to do? I mean, how's my 401k doing? How's my stocks doing? You start looking at that because you start looking at their people's Social Security. You start looking at whoa, and you start thinking and pondering. I wish that I could have been like my son, my son Angel. He has stocks with Pepsi. He has mutual funds at the age because of his grandfather. His grandfather helped him to build that, you know, and that excites me. My family, you know, they were that type of family where they'll put the, you know, their money on socks and shit and hide it in there, you know. Yeah, it's socks, not stocks. And I think my parents misunderstood when they said, "You put your money on stocks." I think you gotta put it on socks. Well, there's no value there, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Well, I'm 40 years old, you know, as many of you know, I got divorced 10 years ago, you know. Big round of applause for that. So I got divorced 10 years ago, and in the beginning it was kind of like, you know, like kind of shocking because like I'm so used to seeing my son and I'm so used to getting yelled at home, you know. So it's like, you know, so it gets to a point where you're like, oh my gosh, you know, how come no one's getting at me, you know? How come no one's telling me to pick up my underwears, you know? You get to that point where you're like, man, you know, I want someone to yell at me. I want someone. Well, you get to the point where you get into the silence. And the silence is where everything is at, you know? Because then you start finally getting to know who you are, you know what I'm saying? Because you're in the silence. And it got to a point that I didn't like myself until later on I started loving who I am, you know? And so because of that, when I got into my relationship with my ex-wife, we got together like this, you know? I met her, her car broke down, I helped her fix her car. Even though I know nothing about mechanics, but I do remember going on Pulaski Avenue and seeing this stranded, beautiful woman, and I went there and I said, "Do you need some help?" You know? And she's like, "Yes, I don't know, my car is not working. I've been here." And I'm like, "Don't worry, you know, open up the hood." Remind me, I don't know nothing about mechanics. Okay? I mean, at that time, YouTube didn't exist. So I'd be like, okay, see what's wrong. All right. So all I did, honestly, I opened the trunk and I looked at her. I'm like, give me 1 second. I did the cross thing. I knocked on the engine, and then I just kind of like twisted the battery. You know how you do that? And I'm like, okay, God, you really exist. I turn it on. And then, boom! I'm like, cool. I'm like, yes! Right after that, I don't know what happened, because maybe I did the cross thing, but like a week later, right, man, a week later, she moved in with me, and then that's how my son, you know, that was my hard work right there. The best 2 minutes of her life. You know? So now that I'm single, I'm like, man, what am I gonna do now? You know, I'm like, I have my girls here and there, you know. I call it like leasing, you know, they just kind of like come over, take care of them, the guy can go home now. To the point where I'm like busy now, right? I'm so busy. So now it's like I don't have time to be looking for girls. So a lot of my friends were saying, you know what you should do? You should try dating apps. What the hell is a dating app? Oh man, yeah, you could just, you know, go to Christian.com, go to Fish, go to this, go Bumblebee, whatever. You know, Europeans this, Mexican, Puerto Ricans that, and I'm like, man, should I do it? Like, nah, I don't want to scoop to that level yet. I still got a little more mileage in me. Like, I can still pick it up, or I don't need to get anyone to, you know, date me. So I got Tinder yesterday. No, I'm really, yeah, you know what, I learned that, you know, I date here and there, I go out with girls, you know, got to dinner, you know, whatever. And, but there's times that I get to know a girl, and then I don't like them, but I'm so like, I don't know how to break up with them, you know? So I'm like, man, so you know what I found out, guys? This is, I mean, if you guys want to break up with someone new that you want to do.
Take notes, guys, take notes.
Take notes, because this works. So once I don't want to really be with that person anymore, what I do, I'm like, hey, you want to go out, you know, I'll take you out, you know, to eat. You want to go? Like, yeah, let's go. So when I go to Costco, and then we just walk around, and I just have her eat all the samples. I have her eat all the samples, and then we're done, and then I just drive her back home, like, oh, thank you, that was our date. Believe it or not, they don't even call me no more. This cheap motherfucker, you know? 2024, right?
Yeah.
Trump, I think is gonna take it again. I don't know. I mean, they made him as a victim, you know, so now everybody likes Trump. Everybody's getting the Trump wagon.
Trump wagon.
Man, I remember when he got elected, he was talking about, man, you know, we're gonna put the wall and the wall and the wall, and we're not gonna let those people coming in. And I was getting angry, right? Because I was like, whoa, man, Mexican cannot, what do you mean, you know? Like, wow. And I'm angry. I'm like, so disrespected. I'm like, who the hell do he think he is? I started looking around the room, because, you know, my family's there. I'm like, man, they're going to get offended. And I can't believe this Trump. Can you believe that everybody was cheering and happy and shit? I'm like, why are you cheering? Why are you so happy? Because he's going to put the wall. He goes, because we're finally going to get jobs. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna build that damn wall. We're gonna build. We're like, oh shit. Damn, like, you're right. Hey, he is doing jobs over here. But believe it or not, guys, it was very dangerous during that time, because I remember, you know, once Trump was talking about that, you know, everybody was looking down at Mexicans and, oh my gosh, Mexicans this, Mexicans that. I mean, it got to the point that one time I was driving down Pulaski Avenue. And the police, you know, I was with my cousin, we were talking, and all of a sudden, you know, the cops stopped us. I'm like, oh, damn, I knew it, because we're Mexican, and this and that, you know? And the cop, you know, he looks at me, and he's like, hey, do you have anything illegal in the car? Oh, fuck. I looked at my cousin, and I ran, and I gotta get caught with him, it's illegal. But seriously, guys, seriously. I want to thank everybody for coming to my party. I mean, honestly, guys, this is a beautiful event that you guys, thanks for Brandon and Dan and for for David and for Aaron. Give a round of applause for Aaron and for Cruz for being the MC. You know, I'm really happy for Tammy that out of nowhere she came in. Thank you guys for coming. You know what? Let's keep the party going. Let's have fun. Let's get to know each other. You want to get drunk? You're more than welcome. You know, like we got a basement out there. We got a couple couch there. Don't worry. We got more food. So thank you very much, guys. I pass the microphone back to Cruz.
Thank you, Miguel, for closing us out. As he still continue to celebrate his birthday, 48. That's still pretty young, I think.
Yes,
I've been 48 for the last 7 months or so. So we're right about the same age, right?
That's right.
But again, like he said, the DJ, thank you very much. I know it's hard for the comedians to come out here. It's an art form. It's difficult to do. And on short notice, Tammy, thank everyone. There's more to eat, more to drink. Have a good time.